Shalom chaverim and welcome back to another episode. It is your sweet Zionist Prince Tal, the traveling clad here, coming to you live from Israel. How's everyone doing? So happy to be with you guys here. Let's get right into business, all right? Let's not even beat around the bush. Gazans are heading back to the north of the Gaza Strip. They are mounting, which is the distance of about 12 kilometers from southern Israel right now. They're going to be sitting and going back to their homes right on the border of Israel. There's a lot going on in the Middle East right now, a lot going on in Israel. It's a bit of a downtime and a bit of a confusing time with hostages coming back home, but Gazans are heading back to the north of the Strip, and it is indeed scary for everybody because Hamas is still very much alive and well, and the risk is still very much alive and well. And unfortunately, Hamas is reiterating the point that they want to do on October 7th over and over and over again. Let's take a look here from the BBC. Let's take a little look at what's going on in Gaza today.
According to Hamas officials, more than 300,000 displaced Palestinians moved from southern parts of Gaza, where they had been seeking shelter from the war, back to northern Gaza. The movement of people is continuing today. These are the live pictures showing, once again, many people travelling by foot, carrying their possessions with them. The movement back to the north was agreed under the ceasefire deal. Many people say they're returning to find their homes have been destroyed or looted. Lucy Williamson reports.
For 15 months, home was a place Gazans carried inside them. Whatever else they carried, whatever they lost. Today, the road home was reopened, reclaimed, remembered.
I have to say, you know, BBC has towed the line while still remaining somewhat, and I give that a very big somewhat neutral in the last year and a half since the war. I want you guys to listen to this again, okay? Let's pay attention to how she presented this.
Williamson reports.
For 15 months, home was a place Gazans carried inside them. Whatever else they carried, whatever they lost. Today, the road home was reopened, reclaimed, remembered.
Do you guys get the vibe that I'm getting from the way that she's introducing this scene, quote unquote? Can we take just one moment to reverse back to October 7th, 8th, and 9th, when Gazans were on the streets of Gaza City, Han Yunis, Jabalia, with knafe and baklawa celebrating in the streets, going Allahu Akbar, Khaybar, Khaybar ya Yahud, Itbah, Itbah ya Yahud. Can we go back to October 7th for one moment, BBC? Or maybe let's not even go back that far. Let's just go back to when the ceasefire deal was signed about 2 weeks ago, and the genocide was over, and the Gazans once again were in the streets with baklawa and knafe, their Hamas uniforms, celebrating Itbah Itbah ya Yehud, Khaybar Khaybar ya Yehud, screaming and chanting that they want to do October 7th again and again and again. I'm a little bit confused by the representation here, making it seem as if some big travesty has befallen the people who continuously celebrate while crying genocide, but also claiming they somehow conquered Israel and won the war. It's very confusing to be a Gazan these days. Very confusing to be a pro-Palestinian supporter because you quite frankly don't know how to represent what has happened here. You've somehow survived a genocide and a famine while most of your people have gained weight. The genocide had 68,000 new babies born. The population of Gaza has increased during the genocide. You know, I'm having a hard time understanding what exactly went on here. But let's continue.
The war made nomads of Gaza's people. This journey is the one they'd waited to make. Razak al-Qassas was walking slowly, his granddaughter's pace. Family survivors, old and young.
I collected her father in pieces from Khan Yunis. Thank God, I'm crying from happiness. I don't want anything except to enter my land, even if I only eat mud.
More than 500,000 people were displaced from northern Gaza during the war. Some of those returning now, fearful of what home will look like. Others who don't remember it at all.
I'm also curious, by the way, during a genocide, does the genociding army give an opportunity for 500,000 people to flee? I'm curious that during a genocide, does the genociding army give safe passage, i.e. a corridor for the returning people to return home? Important questions to ask during a genocide, my friends.
My feeling is indescribable. What am I expecting? We will see the same destruction that we have seen here. There is no alternative. We're going from emptiness to emptiness.
This is the home many return to. Satellite images suggest 3/4 of Gaza City's buildings have been damaged or destroyed. Houses burnt, businesses looted, relatives still buried in the rubble. Hamas
But Gaza won, right? Palestine won. Right? The Palestinians won this, right? Just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. This is what winning looks like.
officials have called for 130,000 emergency tents to shelter people returning to the north. Gaza's displaced, still homeless, even after coming home. The road outside, once divided by military checkpoints, now a place of reunions. Israeli soldiers withdrawn, replaced by familiar faces. The impact of this truce is taking hold, but talks on extending it into a permanent ceasefire, talks on Gaza's future, haven't yet begun. For Gazans, the road back home is open, but the path ahead is unclear.
Lucy Williamson. Our correspondent Nick Beake is following developments from Jerusalem and told us about the journeys many Palestinians are making as they return to their homes in Gaza.
We're getting some really vivid accounts of people who've made the trip from the south back to the north. They set off, they say, with great expectations and hope that finally they're able to go back to their neighbourhoods after 15 months of war. But so many people are saying that actually when they turn the corner, they get back to the streets that they knew. There's nothing remaining of their houses. In some cases, maybe just one room is still standing, a fragment of the house that they knew. Lots of people are saying this, and also the lucky ones are very much in the minority, those whose homes have been spared. At the same time, charities are saying that at the moment they've got an opportunity to bring in more aid. They've really boosted the amount of medicine and other supplies getting in, but there's a really big problem. They talk about the electricity and the water being these essentials that simply aren't there at the moment.
What help is there then available to them in terms of aid getting through?
Well, this is the big question, because as part of this ceasefire deal, which is for now holding, although it's fragile by nature, at least 600 trucks are supposed to be coming into Gaza every day. A week ago, just in the hours after the ceasefire came into effect, there was something like 900 trucks every day. That had fallen to around 300 last Friday. Not immediately sure why that is, but charities say they are bringing things in. I mean, emergency shelter is really important, and so we're talking about tents and in some cases caravans. These are seen as essential because people may well have gone home, if you put it like that, but their houses aren't there, and so shelter is really, really important for people in the days and weeks to come.
And
I'm having a hard time processing, but I think they may have won. They need 600 aid trucks a day, 115,000 tents. 3/4 of Gaza City's houses are in ruin. They're rushing to get medicine in, and they don't have water or food. I think they may have won. I think they may have won. I think that's a win. Yeah, I think that's a win. I think that's a win. I got to be honest. I'm trying to process it, but I think that's a win, and I'll tell you why. Israel, on the other hand, they have a democracy. 99.8% of the buildings are still intact. Coexistence between Arabs and Jews. Functioning economy, flights coming in and out. An army. LGBTQ rights. The support of America. Fuck, man. I think we lost this shit. Shit. Fuck! Shit! I think we lost! Fuck! I think Israel lost. Shit! Fuck! I'm so pissed. I think we lost. Shit. Shit, man. I think we lost. What the hell? Shit. Fuck, man. I'm pissed right now.
Nick, from the Israeli side, the hostage releases, some of the worst possible news coming for some families who've been waiting so long.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've got 5 weeks left of this initial phase of the ceasefire deal. There are 26 hostages who are due to be released in that time, and the Israeli government saying yesterday that Hamas had given them information that 8 of those 26 hostages had died. It's worth pointing out that that figure had been reported quite widely in the Israeli media over the past couple of weeks or so. But clearly for those families, that is confirmation, as best as they can have it at this moment, information coming from Hamas that their loved ones have been killed. As you were saying, the hostage exchange continues, and what we'll see is on Thursday 3 more hostages being released, and then another 3 at the weekend. And of course, at the same time, lots of Palestinian prisoners currently in Israeli detention, in Israeli
Terrorists, rapists, murderers, suicide bombers.
weekend. And of course, at the same time, lots of Palestinian prisoners currently in Israel.
Palestinian terrorists, people who would kill you and blow up pizzerias and coffee shops. The word you were looking for was terrorists. Let's try one more time.
What we'll see is on Thursday 3 more hostages being released, and then
Good. 3 more Israeli hostages being released. Women and children who were taken from their families. And some poor fucking Thai farmers who were plucked off of farms. They're from Thailand. They came here to work. And well, here we go. I'll give you one more shot to fix it.
another 3 at the weekend. And of course, at the same time, lots of Palestinian prisoners currently in
Palestinian terrorists, rapists, murderers, suicide bombers is the word you were looking for, BBC.
Israeli detention in Israeli prisons. They will be released as well. So this is quite complicated system, which of course took months to be arrived.
Thank you, BBC, for leaving us also 38 seconds of airtime to speak about the Jewish hostages who don't really matter, right? They're fucking a bunch of Jews. Who cares, right? So let's just, I want to do a quick summary, and then we'll get into some more juice of the situation, all right? But I think it's probably best, we're 18 minutes into this live. Let's do a quick sum, okay? Let's do a sum. You're holding, at the moment, amongst 90 hostages, 2 babies, Ariel and Kfir Bibas, Shlomo Mansour, an 86-year-old Iraqi refugee, hostage. Your city and strip have been destroyed. You need water, internet, food, trucks daily, tents. And in 5 weeks, the ceasefire expires. And if you don't stop your terrorist-like tendencies, which you have promised to do October 7th again with overwhelming support from your civilian population, you might have to stop the ceasefire. That sounds like a win to me. Can we get claps in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? That is a win for Gaza. I'm going to keep clapping until I just see this. I want to see this chat flooded with clapping emojis for the Gaza Strip. Ladies and gentlemen, they have done it. This is how you win a war, by destroying your own civilization. Congratulations, Gaza. I, as a Jew, am sitting here, and all I wish for you is for you to keep on winning more wars just like this. May your morality continue to prosper into the modern age. Those are the clapping chats I want to see. Ephraim gets it. Aleph Lenin gets it. My beautiful Batilda gets it. My Ionora gets it. Sarah gets it. Paula Randall gets it. Julian Flechtenberg gets it. Yo Bro gets it. Michael G gets it. Y'all get it. This is just what it is. This is what it's like to win a war. 2023, survive a genocide. This is it. Keith, thank you for clapping for Gaza. I appreciate everybody for clapping for Gaza tonight on the show. Mars, my beautiful Mars. Oh, clapping for Gaza. Good job, everybody, for clapping for Gaza. I'm so proud of the Gaza Strip. Now, look, I'm going to take an opportunity to talk about something real quick as we're here in the middle of the show. I can't do any of this without y'all support. A lot of my content, most of it gets demonetized. So if you want to help, joining my Patreon is the best way possible to continue my work. $5 a month, you get exclusive content. You get exclusive content, even though I've been slacking a little bit because I've been so busy making main channel videos. But you do get exclusive content of me debating people online that you don't get to see anywhere else on my Patreon for just $5 a month. Plus, you get a private text chat on my Discord. For $10 a month, you get a bonus live stream after the stream. After the stream, you get another live stream on Discord. So join for just $10 a month. I really recommend it. It goes such a long way to help me. You can also show me love on Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal, or visiting the brand spanking new travelingclat.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make a formal announcement right now for anybody watching. These limited time merch designs, our 4 graphic tees that have been up since the summer, are officially going away. We are getting ready to launch the winter collection of the Traveling Clat merch. There's going to be brand new designs on the website, including long sleeve hoodies, all kinds of exciting stuff. But if you want to get these last few designs, they're going off the website, and I don't know when they're ever going to come back. They're going away. So if you want to say bye to the Abu Baklawa on your back, all these cool designs, the Combat Dolphin, which has been a big bestseller, they are going away. So make sure you get them. If you haven't gotten them already, $24.99. It's a pretty good price, and it really, really, really supports the channel. So I really appreciate any of you guys. We also got a bunch of other merch. We got hats, stickers, mugs. It's whatever you want, but we're going to get a bunch of new designs. But again, these guys, it's the first edition Clap merch. Second edition if you've been a fan of the channel for a long time, but first edition like Zionist Clap merch. Highly recommend you guys got them. I have all 4 and they're awesome. Every bit helps to support the channel. Patreon is definitely the best way. Also, for those of you guys who are new, you can join my Discord by hitting the link down below in the description and joining the stage room. I'm going to be bringing people in to call in soon. You can call in from anywhere in the world. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you are an anti-Semite, I by mean to you. And a huge thanks to everybody who's supporting the channel, to all the members, the patrons, the PayPalers, the coffee buyers. I see you guys all, and I appreciate you so much for helping me continue to do the work that I've been doing. I think you guys have noticed that I've been pumping out content. I'll give you guys an exclusive update on what the hell is going on with me only on the Patreon after show. So if you guys want to know what's going on me, what's going on with me in the future, everybody who joins the Patreon live chat tonight, you're going to get a huge inside scoop because a lot is going on with me. Inshallah, positive stuff. But let's get back into the news here. We're going to read about Jerusalem Post. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians returned to northern Gaza. Health authorities said IDF forces killed 2 people on Monday and wounded 17 in southern Lebanon when they tried to cross through the IDF defense lines within Lebanese territories. I've also seen reports today in the morning of Lebanese people waving Hezbollah flags right outside the border of Metula. So as much as you want to hope and pray for these Arab Muslims in the Middle East to fucking move on with their lives, improve their societies, just get better overall, they just keep fucking failing. It's no matter what you do, these people just do not learn. They do not want to improve their own lives. They will attack. Mark my words right now, if it is not clear enough, these people will attack Israel again soon. They will do it again soon. Do not forget that, okay? Please remember, these people will attack Israel. They will kill Jewish people again soon. If we do not break this cycle, it is going to happen again and again and again and again, and there will be no end to this conflict. The radical Islamization and Arabization of the Middle East and North Africa needs to stop today. That is what this channel stands for. We are here to fight back against the bullshit narrative on their side, inform, and hopefully improve and inspire Muslims and Arabs from all over the world to improve alongside us, not against us, alongside us, by very rudely, but very straightforwardly, critiquing, okay? Critiquing their side. And a little bit of shit talking, because that's what we do in the Middle East. It's true. It's what we do. It's how we talk to each other. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians streamed back to northern Gaza on Monday after a deal was struck between Israel and Hamas to return Al-Bel Yehud along with 2 other hostages on Thursday. We will read a little bit about the information about the hostages soon. I want to make a quick note. Listen, here's something that you guys need to understand, and especially if you're following this on Instagram, if you guys share posts often. First of all, if you share any of my content, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You see that I refrain to talk about which hostages are being released when until the hostages are actually out. The families of the hostages, we have a duty to them, okay? We have a responsibility to the families of the hostages to not propagate news that's not confirmed. You have to assume that the families of the hostages are getting all the news first, but that doesn't always happen. We don't live in a perfect world. So if you see people sharing names of hostages, of who's being released and what's being released, and even if it's a news station, don't propagate those news, okay? Don't share it on social media until the hostages are in Israeli territory. Do not share. Do not talk about it. We have a responsibility to the hostage families. For example, last Thursday night, I think it was last Thursday night or last Friday. Last Thursday night, I was in Hostage Square in Tel Aviv because my friend Ashley Waxman, her cousin is hostage in Gaza. Her name is Agam Berger. Sweet girl, 19 years old, who was taken hostage. She was supposed to be released on Saturday with the 4 other girls who were released. And Hamas purposely, because there was so much hype about her, held her back. And hopefully she's going to be released tomorrow, but we don't know. There's no confirmation. Okay? But when everybody got hyped up and started announcing that she's going to be released, this and that, Hamas took that as an opportunity to psychologically damage the nation, her family, and everybody around her. So it's really important, guys, that when you see information about the hostages, just don't share it. You can send love. You can send hopes. You guys will see me on my Instagram, social media, I send so much love to the family of Mansour, Shlomo Mansour. He's the oldest hostage in captivity. He's 86 years old, Iraqi refugee. I pray for him. I have love for the man. I want to see him back home in his family's arms. He looks just like so many members of my Iraqi side of my family. We were just sitting, my whole Iraqi side of my family, the other day, looking at the reports of him on the news and kind of bawling our eyes out of how sad it is. But, you know, even though he's in this hostage release deal, we don't know when he's coming back. We won't have a confirmation until he's there, until he's in the hands of the IDF. So don't share baseless information. Don't make the hostage families go through anything harder than they're already going through by sharing this information. Okay? It's just a personal request from Tal and from a lot of these content creators. We kind of, you know, a lot of the content creators who talk about Israel, we work and we collaborate often. We speak to each other. We speak to one another. And it's my hope that if we come to you as a consensus, that you guys will listen to us, because we're the people sort of trying to disseminate as much information as possible. Okay, so let's get back into what's going on. Originally, Yehud and other Israeli civilians were due to be returned on Saturday. That's what was supposed to happen. When Hamas changed the return of hostages for 4 soldiers, Jerusalem penalized the group by delaying the opening to the Netzarim corridor for Palestinians to return to northern Gaza. The deal means that Israel will get 3 bonus hostages early, along with those who are due to be returned this Saturday. So there's supposed to be 2 returns, 1 tomorrow, 1 on Saturday. It was unclear exactly how long this exchange would return schedule, but one possibility was instead of Hamas on March 1st returning 12 hostages from October 7th to 2023, plus 2 hostages from 2014-2015, they would return 9 hostages from October 7th at that point. In any event, the return of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, with some expecting around 650,000 to return, but the pre-war total being over 1 million, signaled a fundamental change on the ground that has not occurred since fall 2023, when most Palestinians were evacuated to southern Gaza. That's a really weird way to genocide somebody, by evacuating. Very strange way to genocide people. Anyways, let's get into the CBS list. Okay, now I want to make one clarification. Again, we'll be reading this article. None of this is confirmed until it happens. Okay, we are not saying here that this is confirmed, that these people are confirmed to come home. These are the people rumored to maybe come home, okay, but none of it is confirmed yet, and this is what's on the table, and I believe that the names that the Israeli government, the Israeli army, is requesting to be released, okay? An Israeli official said Wednesday that Hamas will release 3 Israelis, including 2 women and an 80-year-old man, and 5 Thai nationals in the next hostage release slated for Thursday. The official named Israeli women as Arbel Yehud, Agam Berger, and a man named Gadi Moses. The official, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak on the record, said the hostages' families had approved publication of their names. The official did not name the Thai nationals set to be freed. For your guys' information, there are quite a few Thai hostages still in captivity and a few Nepali. I believe there's 2 Nepali and I think 7 Thai hostages in total. The release is part of a ceasefire. Word of the next round release comes as hundreds of thousands of people in Gaza are streaming towards the north of the war-ravaged territory to return what is left of their homes. Earlier Wednesday, the leader of important U.S. ally Egypt rejected President Donald Trump's suggestion that Egypt take in displaced Palestinians from Gaza, defying a U.S. president who has shown little patience for dissent from international partners. Oh, Egypt, your day is coming. I hope you get fucked, Egypt. I fucking hate you, Egypt. What a shit country. Trump over the weekend told reporters that Egypt and Jordan should take in Palestinians from war-torn Gaza, an idea that has long been rejected by those countries and the Palestinians themselves, because they say it would undermine the notion of Palestinian statehood and foment instability in their states. Or you keep fucking around Palestinians, and this is the rhetoric that develops around you, because you're incapable of governing your own fucking countries. Incapable of governing, you don't even have a country, incapable of governing a strip of land, normally. So I hope to God that Egypt has its day coming, because as I've said many times on this channel, Egypt caused October 7th. Egypt is the reason October 7th happened. Egypt is at fault. The weapons, I've seen them with my own eyes. The ISIS-style trucks, I've seen them with my own eyes. The North Korean RPGs, the IEDs, the rape kits, the hostage-taking kits, it all came through the Philadelphia corridor with Egypt. Every single piece of it. All of it. Egypt is 110% responsible for October 7th. And Egypt, your day is coming. Your day is going to come at some point. That kind of karma cannot be righted off. I'll say Jordan has done a lot of good. It's still sad to see that none of the Arab neighbors of these so-called Palestinians, the Arab brothers, when 60% of the Jordanian population is Palestinian, it is so sad to see that even they will refuse to take a single refugee from Palestine. Not even one. While they have to bribe Egyptian officials at the gate for $10,000 per person to get in. Don't believe me? Go look on my YouTube channel, The Gazan Lady. I just uploaded that video again yesterday that we spoke to. Go just talk to her real quick. See how they didn't even let her family go through. She escaped to Egypt, and her family, her kids, and her husband were left behind in Gaza. That's how evil Egypt is. That's how disgusting evil Egypt is. Both their government and their society. Disgusting. Ugh. Terrible. And this comes from somebody who visited Egypt. So very, very strange that nobody in the Arab world is willing to take in the Palestinians. And even when Trump floated this idea to Indonesia and Malaysia, I think Malaysia was radio silence and Indonesia said no. So even the Muslims don't want the Palestinians. I don't understand Muslims. Do you want to condemn the Palestinians to fight in a war they'll never win? That you guys will never fight for them? Egypt and Jordan have made peace with Israel. They're not going to fight in a war for Palestinians. Indonesia and Malaysia are too far away and underdeveloped to fight a war with Israel. So let me just ask a question real quick. Are you just willing to condemn them forever? None of y'all support Iran, and Iran's the only one, quote unquote, supporting them. So what's your story, Muslims? What's your story, Arab? What is your deal? Are you willing to just condemn Palestinians to death in a battle they'll never be able to win? Is this the future of Palestine under your eyes? Y'all suck. Y'all suck big. Y'all suck big. Not even gonna lie. Big, you suck. We did get a super chat here from Shauna. She said, I noticed that they only seem to interview people with your beautiful complexion, but somehow Corey seems to always find a variety of melanin levels. So strange. I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you talking about BBC? They only interview with people with a beautiful with your beautiful complexion. First of all, thanks for complimenting my complexion. I appreciate that. Corey seems to always find a variety of melanin levels. So strange. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Oh, I see. You're talking about the Palestinians themselves. Yeah. No, they're good. The BBC always plays into that fucking narrative. We're the white colonizers. Fuck, man. 99% of Palestinians are white compared to me. Come on. Let's get real for a second. Compared to me, 99% of Palestinians are part of the Aryan race. Blonde hair, blue eyes, looking ass. Thank you, Shauna, for the super chat. I appreciate you very much. So, look, I don't know what to tell you guys other than the Palestinians have won. Israel has lost. And this is the future of the Middle East. We have, in a single year and a half, redefined the definitions of winning and losing. We've redefined genocide, apartheid, ethnic cleansing. We've redefined it all. You know, and I'm not trying to come for the LGBTQ side, not trying to come for the whole transgender world. I'm neither here nor there. I don't care. All right? As long as you're not touching children or doing anything weird with children, live your own life, baby. Shake your tail feathers. I don't care. I got trans friends. I got ladyboy friends in Southeast Asia. I lived in Southeast Asia for a long time. I know many a ladyboy. I interviewed a ladyboy on this channel. You should go watch that video. It's a great video. I have friends from all backgrounds and all races and all genders. I don't care. But just the same way that we've redefined the definitions behind gender and race, we've redefined what winning and losing means. We've redefined what apartheid means. We've redefined what genocide means. It all means everything and nothing at the same time. And Palestinians, okay, are both the survivors and the victors of an awesome genocide. They have outbred their own population in a genocide that's killed supposedly 100 million of them. But somehow they have also given birth to 68,000 children, increasing their population by a couple tens of thousands. So, it's all very confusing nowadays to be here in the Middle East. You're kind of just sat going, you're kind of just, that's the reaction. You look at the news and you go, it's unclear who the winner and who the loser is. It really is. Sean also dropped me $5, said the Ottomans literally took concubines from the British, Scandinavians. Some of these people are literally white. True. Thank you for the super chat again, Shauna. But if we're already on the topic of Middle Eastern ethnicities and colors, okay, let's just take a real quick look here. I love talking about this. It's one of my favorite things. By the way, guys, I'm planning a tour to America in the near future. So if any of you guys watching or listening are interested in having me come and speak, do reach out to me. The email is collab. I'll put it up on screen right now. collab.travelingclat@gmail.com. I'm planning on coming to college campuses and actually all over the world. We're planning on taking this tour. But if you guys are interested in having me come and speak to educate your local community, your synagogue, your church, your mosque, anywhere, collab.travelingclat@gmail.com. Shoot us a message, especially if you have contacts who can help with funding, with flights, hotels to get me there. That's the biggest thing we're working on right now. So just a quick shout out to myself. And obviously, if you guys want to support that effort, a really great way to do so is to go to thetravelingclad.com. Buy some merchandise or become a patron. Again, these designs are going away today, right after the show, after the live show. I'll give you guys an opportunity after my my Patreon live stream. That'll be you'll have like an hour and a half after the show to buy these. And then they're going away tonight. So that's a great way to support for us to be able to afford flights and hotels and all that stuff. But if you guys want to actually reach out and see if you can help, collab.travelingclat@gmail.com. Shoot us a message, and we would love to hear from you to see how we can come to your area to speak, to educate. So now what I was saying was, on the message of the color skin, this is something I really, really, really love talking about. And I think it's so important to educate a little bit more. I don't think a lot of people look at this map often enough. I'm wondering if it's better for me to do this on Google Maps. Anyways, we'll do it on this map right here. Okay, this is a map of the Middle East. Okay, I want you guys to look at something very clearly. This is Europe, where white people come from. Okay, let me also acknowledge this real quick. I don't believe in these fucking labels. I don't believe, if you ever hear me saying black people, brown people, white people, I'm purely doing it in bad faith. I'm only doing it so I can counter the other side, because those are the labels that we have created in these arguments. And I don't want to be so pompous and pretentious and come up and say, I don't believe in these labels and this and that. But the reality in my heart, I have a hard time believing these labels. I'm a brown person. I've been treated as a brown person my whole life, but I don't feel like a brown person. I feel like a fucking person. Maybe that's because I traveled around the world, but I don't like to reduce myself to my skin color. I'm a lot more than just my skin color, and so personally, inside my heart, I don't believe in that stuff, okay? But for the sake of argument, okay, if we look at the map here, you've got where the white people come from, up here, right? In Europe. Spain, Portugal, France, Italy, Romania, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Germany. Then down here you have where the black people come from. You have, well, you can't really see sub-Saharan Africa, not too much of it at least, but you have Africa, West Africa, East Africa, the Horn of Africa. Then you have Asia, where the Asians come from, like moi. Okay, this is Asia. Asia, it depends on where it starts. It starts in different places for different people, but generally it is believed that it starts somewhere around Turkey. Okay, Cyprus is kind of on the border between Europe and Asia. I want you to look at Israel. Israel is literally the literal land bridge between all three continents. To the north, you have Turkey, okay, Asia / Europe, because Asia kind of goes out to the east too. In the south, you have Africa. You have Africa. Why are you gay? You have Africa, okay, with Egypt. I've actually driven over this area and actually says, welcome to the continent of Africa. It's kind of cool. It's kind of dope. And then you have Asia. Europe to the north, Asia to the east, Africa to the west. If anybody wants to come to me and tell me that the people of this region are supposed to look any one way, y'all are fucking psychopaths. Okay? This whole concept that Jesus Christ had to look one specific way, that he was either non-white or non-black or brown. Okay? That anybody of the Bible stories, any of our ancestors were supposed to look one which way is asinine. Stop with this shit. You can't put the people of the Middle East in a box. We're not all Arabs. We're definitely not all Arabs, even though many of us have been Arabized. We're not all brown. Don't forget that the empires in Rome and in Greece, Constantinople, and in Persia. Where else? I forget. Even Russia. They colonized and conquered this land. There was a Russian kingdom in Jerusalem at one point for a very short amount of time, but it existed. As well as a Roman and a Greece and a British. And every time they came, they also raped and they colonized and they conquered and they inserted their DNA into the pool. And people from sub-Saharan Africa and West Africa and East Africa have been traveling through this region out to Asia for thousands of years. It's known. That is why everybody in this region retains a little bit of DNA from Africa. Everybody has been moving across these borders. The black people begin, okay, black people, when we think about black people, they begin here. I mean, some would even say here, and that's me making a very big generalization, because there's many people who would be considered black, even in northern Egypt. But the black people, they kind of start like half of Egypt, and then going down to Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, Ethiopia. Look how close that is. Look how close that is. Oman, a lot of people in Oman would be considered typically black. Oh, I realize that you can't see my air quotes, but I'm doing air quotes. This argument of any of us in the Middle East, especially comes from the pro-Palestine perspective. It's ridiculous. When they tell Ethiopian Jews, go back to Africa, fuck you. Who do you think you're talking to? Ethiopian Jews have more of a right to live, they have as much of a right to live in Israel, in the Levant, as they do in Syria, as they do in Jordan, and vice versa. You can't just arbitrarily pick people by skin color and tell them that they got to go home. Then I want everybody in southern Syria with blonde hair and blue eyes, get the fuck back to Europe. Get the fuck back to Europe. Everybody in southern Syria has blonde hair and blue eyes, and I've seen it with my own eyes. Everybody in Lebanon with white skin, the fuck out, go back to Europe. You're a couple 100 miles south of the border. What is this ridiculous argument? And I'm not trying to give you shit, Shauna, at all. I appreciate you. I just think it's something that most of us need to acknowledge, because we people of the Middle East, we real people of the Middle East, we've never looked one way. And anybody who tries to tell you that we did is a fucking liar. King David had red hair. Moses' wife, Tzipporah, was part of the Midianites, who is theorized to either be from Yemen or Ethiopia. Regardless, it's theorized that she was black. Queen of Sheba was Ethiopian. You know, the king of Tyre in Lebanon, Lebanese. You have people from this whole region biblically mixing and mashing. None of us look one which way. For you to go and shame, for example, Ashkenazi Jews for having blonde hair, blue eyes, rarely do they have that. But for having a lighter skin complexion, because they spent most of the diaspora of this land in Europe, in a place where the melanin from their skin makes sense, would go away, and there was definitely intermixing happening, is ridiculous and racist. You racist fucks. It's such a disgusting argument to have. What the fuck do you guys think? Do you guys think that people from here wouldn't cross through this area? I don't understand. It gets me so riled up. You think people from here wouldn't go here? It's not even that far. I know it looks a lot smaller on a map, but it's not even that far in the scope of human travel. It's fucking Genghis Khan came from Mongolia and got to Israel. Are you shitting me right now? We're not supposed to look one which way. We've never been an ethnically homogenous society. Ever. Ever. This is the cradle of civilization, people. DNA started mixing here. We're literally the melting pot of DNA. Europeans as well. What, as if the Europeans didn't conquer and colonize and conquest and rape here too? Well, look how close Greece is to Israel. Are you fucking with me? Look how close Italy is. They had a fucking empire here. Twice. They're the Romans and the Byzantines. Are you shitting me right now? And don't forget, by the way, before the Canaanites, before the Israelites, Egypt had its own fucking empire in Israel. Egypt, from Africa, had their own empire. There's still Egyptian artifacts in the ground. We're not supposed to look one which way. The difference is there's a people who developed a relationship with the land, which made the land their own, became the curators of the land. If you want to look in a holistical manner, they made a connection with the God of that land. We believe it's the God of the world. You don't have to. But they made those connections. And they were the stewards and the custodians of this land. And they still are till this day. And when you look underground in the artifacts, the overwhelming majority of them point to Jewish existence or Israelite existence in the land. And the reality is that throughout the ages, when Jews existed in the land, never did they, on very rare occasions, discriminate against other peoples living in the land. And even in our religious beliefs, we always have this idea of coexisting with other people. The religion does not discriminate. It does not hold back. And even the temple is supposed to be a temple of the world. The religion is a religion of nations. We believe and we pray for the whole world. It's not something that's supposed to conquer and colonize. It's not something that's supposed to take over everybody's space, everybody's identity. The idea is we're supposed to coexist. So stop coming at me with these bullshit talking points of we're supposed to look one which way. You know, Jesus might have looked like me. He might have also looked like an Ashkenazi Chabad Jew from Ukraine. There's a very good chance. He also might have been black. It's not for me or you to know. But the one thing is that there's a chance. And that's what matters. Abraham came from here, motherfucker. That's where my oh, sorry, I don't have the map up. 1 second. I'm getting into monologue mode. Abraham, the forefather of all monotheistic religions, came from here. City of Basra, where my great-grandma was born. In biblically known as Ur Kasdim. And he traveled all the way through here. He lived in Egypt for a while, went back to Israel. Come on, guys. Come on. It's not that hard. We're not supposed to look one which way. Absolutely not. We're not supposed to. And look, like, if you really want to go that far, look how close India is. Really, in the span, it's all walking distance of what human beings used to go. The Silk Route, the trade routes, the sailing routes, the people crossed and traversed these distances a lot often. They did it very, very often. We're not supposed to look one which way. So let's stop with that narrative. That's the one thing that I want to propagate. Yeah, again, like there's a chance that Abraham might have looked like me. Maybe a higher chance that Abraham maybe looked like me because we come from the same place. And maybe Jesus did too, because maybe back then it was a little bit more looking like me. But who knows? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. The one thing I know is I'm never going to discriminate against somebody based on their skin. I will discriminate against the movement in bad faith and make fun of them if they're going to hold a Palestinian with blonde hair and blue eyes as more indigenous to the land instead of me because I somehow look Indian, even though my whole family comes from Mesopotamia. I will discriminate against the movement and make fun of it in a sarcastic way because that's bullshit and very racist. But when it's human to human, brother to brother, man to man, man to woman, I'm not because of your blonde hair and blue eyes, you think I'm going to fucking discriminate against you until you're not native to the Middle East? We all belong to live here. I really want you guys more often to look at a map and just realize how close those distances are. They're tiny. They're so small. I'm talking again, just Greece to Israel. Israel to Rome. Israel to Ukraine. Israel to Russia. Then do Israel to Ghana. Do Israel to Morocco. Do Israel to Libya. Then do Israel to Saudi. Do Israel to Oman. As if because you speak Arabic and because you practice Islam, that makes you the only person indigenous to the land. Fuck off with that shit. That's racist. That's bullshit. Just because y'all ancestors colonized this land and stole everybody else's culture and language and fucked the whole region for all of eternity. Just because you guys did that doesn't give you the right to conquer and tell everybody that they're supposed to look one which way or act one which way to be native to this land. We're taking this shit back. That's what the traveling clat's all about now. We're taking this shit back. We're taking this shit back. I won't sit for it anymore. I really won't. I won't stand for it either. Sometimes I say the stupidest shit I want. Like, I'll say the smartest shit, and then I'll just follow up with the stupidest shit. Like, I won't sit for this anymore. I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyways, that's my little rant over. Super chat from Tim. Thank you, Tim. Love you, man. €5 saying, you guys belong in Africa. I'm all about it, man. You guys know. You guys know I got an African affinity. Shauna said, Shauna dropped us another one. Thank you so much for the super chats today, Shauna. She says, these categories are nonsense. I don't feel attacked. Skin tone DNA evolved very quickly because of a mother's need for vitamin D while in pregnancy. It's immediately extremely artificial. Could not agree more with you, Shauna. And I'm happy to hear that you didn't get offended and are on the same page as me. DNA is bullshit. It's bullshit. The whole argument of DNA here is bullshit. We've never been an ethnically homogenous society. Let's table that conversation and end it for now. I am more interested in hearing from you, gorgeous, beautiful people that I love so much. And I think it's time to open up the chats. 'Cause it's time to call into the Traveling Clad Show. Everybody, call in. I want to hear from your beautiful peoples. I want to hear what you guys have to say to me. Come up on stage. Oh, there's somebody called Fuck Clat. I like that. Your first one coming up. I'm all about that. I want to take a moment real quick, too, before we... Oh, he's already muted. I wonder who that is. Is that Sammy? Sammy changed his name to Fuck Clad? Before we even open up the call section, I want to just take a moment here to shout out myself again. Say that I can't do any of this without you guys, and I need the support from you guys. I need the financial contribution. So please, 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 if you guys want to support the show, one of the best ways to do it is by hitting up the travelingclatshop.com. I'm really trying to sell out as much of these merch designs tonight as possible. Grab the last 4. You got the last opportunity to buy these 4 merch designs that are going away tonight. Travelingclat.com. You get a bunch of different merch. You could also tip me on the website if you want to drop a financial contribution. But I worked really hard on 4 new great limited edition graphic tee designs that are going to replace these designs. And there's also some new other collections that are coming in there. Maybe some white colonizer stuff. Who knows? I'm really excited for it. It's going to be awesome. So please, if you guys want to support the show, this is the best way to do it. And by all means, without any further ado, let's bring on our awesome guests for tonight who are calling into the show. Let's begin with Fuck Clat. Who is Fuck Clat? Hello? Fuck Clat? You with me? Hello? RBWR, are you here? Can I hear you?
Of course.
Wait, let me check if your mic's coming in. Can you talk again?
Busa on your forehead.
Busa on my forehead you want to give me. I love it. Okay, Fuck Clat, try to work out your mic situation so you can come back to us. I'll give you time. Maybe I'll put you down on the stage. I don't know how to help you. But I do want to talk to you because Fuck Clat is a funny name. RBWR, tell me what your thoughts are today. Tell me what you think. What's on your mind, baby?
I hope you're gonna get the Abu Baklava t-shirts thing going because I need one.
What was the question? What was the t-shirt situation?
I hope you're gonna make Abu Baklava t-shirts.
We have Abu Baklava t-shirts. They're available right now.
Good to know.
They're going away tonight.
Damn.
They've been available for months, but we're releasing a new connection. So if you do want Abu Baklava shirts, tonight's the night to get it.
You're gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
He's gonna get it. Anything else on your mind in regards to the Gazans going to the north or anything else that I ranted about?
I agree with every word you said.
The most non-controversial guest ever. I love it. Okay. Well, thank you, man. Thanks for calling. Also, I appreciate if I'm saying I'm liking this format. Thank you. I'm trying to transition the show, the live stream show, into something similar to what I've been doing throughout the week. So, I hope this is a format that's more fun for you guys and more engaging. Try to make it a little more interesting. Always trying to improve here, you know? We're always trying to get better. Okay, brother, I'm going to bring on another caller, but thanks for calling in. Much love. Appreciate you. Mean Mr. Mustard, you're live with us.
Hi, my name is Tyrone Bigums, and I'm here to celebrate the Palestinians coming back to their destroyed houses.
Wait, fuck Clyde just turned on his camera. Oh, this idiot is desperately trying to turn on his microphone.
I was curious to see. No, I wanted to see what he had to.
No, I'll bring it back on. Fix your microphone, dipshit. Did you see the clip that I uploaded of the guy from last week's call?
Yes.
So good, no?
I was there in real time, you know, but watching it.
I spent all day editing that clip. It was so much work to edit it.
Yeah.
I go,
Oh,
answer the
hey,
fucking
we've got
question!
some,
Answer the fucking question!
Dipshit, your mom was on some dipshit!
At the end, I was like, "Suck my dick, you fucking bitch!" I blurted the whole thing. I put on my mouth. I said, "Mom, don't look." For anybody who didn't see it, like last week, we had a caller who called in. His name was Free Palestine or something, or Palestine Won.
Oh, Palestine won.
Yeah, and then he basically spent like his call.
What you mom smoked before getting fucked up by your dad?
Last week, he spent time just basically gloating about how Gaza won the war, and I was challenging him on it. I was like, "So what did you win?" He's like, "Yeah, we won the ceasefire." And then I was like,
"Politically, we won politically."
I asked him, I was like, "So is holding 2 children and an 86-year-old man considered winning?" And he refused to answer the question. He was getting me like so
politically.
He was getting me so hot, and I was like, "Answer the fucking question." And he goes, "Well, politically, yes."
Politically.
He goes, "Well, politically." I was like, "Get the fuck off my show and suck my dick." I just fucking started yelling at him. Okay, wait. Fuck Clyde is typing, but he doesn't want to call in.
Yes.
How do we get him in
here?
Read
his messages out loud because his microphone doesn't work.
Can somebody? This guy's too broke to have a fucking working microphone in 2025. What a motherfucker. Can somebody help him fix his mic? Can somebody go on a one-on-one with him and help him? I know he doesn't have the most inviting demeanor, but maybe somebody can help him. Okay, hey, Mr. Mustard.
Come with me. Let's help you out.
Okay, Ari, God bless you, Angel. Ari, go talk, or fuck Clyde, go talk to Ari. He'll fix you up.
Yeah, meet me at the lounge, or actually meet me at Rocky Vliet.
All right, Clat, go there. Go, little fuckface, come back. Nothing gets me happier than being able to shit talk on my own show and have complete control over the situation. These fucking idiots. It like literally gives me so much joy.
What made me a fan was like every stream watching you shouting at Nacho and Sammy.
Yeah, Nacho and Sammy era was fun. Sammy doesn't come around anymore. I think we just helped him like you know, we helped him calm himself down.
Yeah, he became a Zionist, so he doesn't like wanna. Yeah.
He's one of our success stories. There's a few.
Anymore, you know.
There's a few success stories in the chamber.
Where is Nacho now?
What was that?
Where is Nacho nowadays? Like, why doesn't he come around to shit talk?
I think Nacho might have been banned by Shayna at some point. I'm not sure. I think we might have all collectively decided to ban him too. I can't remember if it was Shayna who banned him or if I banned him. I think we did like a public execution style. Every once in a while, there's one of these pro-Palestine chumps. They cross the line by harassing somebody, and we do a public execution style. We've had it in the past where we decide to ban them and we do it all together. We go ooga booga. So I've made people like go in the chat. We go ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga, and then we ban them. So
throw them off like.
Yeah, it's usually, but they have to do a lot. They have to do a lot. Like he really has to. Yeah. They really have to cross the line. Okay, Mr. Mustard. Well, I appreciate you calling in, bro. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Not really. Just.
All right. Love you, man.
Maybe next time.
I love it when you guys stall sometimes. Dorian, come on here, brother.
Hello.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. Right now I'm very looking forward for tomorrow right now.
For the hostage release.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, same.
Really hope that they're well, and I don't know how to explain this. Like, you know how it was like each and every time we seen the 6 hostages that were no 7 hostages that were released in the following 2 weeks. It was both heartwarming and heartbreaking because
Absolutely.
I was happy for those who returned, and I'm still concerned for those who are still there. And I'm also a bit distraught when I think about the Bibas family.
Yeah. I always tell people this whole hostage situation, it's one of the most complex and complicated feelings I've ever felt as an adult. Like just the psychology behind it. Really, from perspective of psychological terror, Hamas really nailed it because like I only know people who were taken hostage or killed on October 7th by 1 degree from me. So it's either like a family members know somebody else or a friend knows somebody else. I'm not like somebody like Lola from our community who knows people directly or has family. Like I only know people 1 degree removed, but even me, they've been able to affect me so deeply by my thoughts and feelings. Like when a hostage is released, you think about everything. You think about their family, you think about their feelings, you think about the hostages that were left behind, you think about their reputation, you feel so much pride for them and so much sorrow for them. Like the girls who have been released, my God, I get emotional. I could tear up talking about it. When I go to America or if I go to the West to talk about this stuff, the amount of pride I have in these women that have been released in the last 2 weeks, the way that they have carried themselves. I mean, I think Noah Gamani set the precedent back then, but just continuing on with the women who have been released now, the way that they are carrying themselves, the way that they have stepped up to the plate, Emily Damari doing this sign, goosebumps when I think about that picture. Goosebumps.
You mean with her hand without the 2 fingers?
Without the 2 goosebumps. Goosebumps. These women are so powerful. They are so amazing. They are the best of the best of the best. Like we can say a lot of great things about Israeli women because Israeli women really are amazing. They're beautiful. They're sexy. They're soldiers. They're amazing women. They're independent. They're powerful. They're smart. They're educated. But
for the following year and the following all the stuff that happened the following year, there was so many heroes, so many great brave stories, brave men and women. And personally, I have to admit, I hate that we have so many heroes, because when there are so many heroes, it means something horrible has gone wrong. Now, it's not that I discount the heroism of the IDF soldiers or the returning hostages for what they suffered, but this should not have happened in the first place. I prefer that people will be safe and everybody will be all right, instead of just having hero stories I prefer living normal people than dead or traumatized heroes.
I agree.
And despite the fact that they look fine, this is going to be a difficult process for them to rehabilitate themselves. And I wish only for the best. And if somehow they can hear me, I wish you well.
Amen, brother. Amen. A to the fucking men. I'm so excited. You know, like the ceasefire deal has been a really hard thing to deal with psychologically, especially being so connected to so many soldiers. And, you know, you guys know, just on the channel last year, we've raised a couple $1,000s for soldiers and for Kibbutz Be'eri, and to help after October 7th. We've done a lot as a community. We've done a lot. I'm so proud of us too. Like we're the fucking best. We really are. We're amazing. Like the shit that we've been able to do as a community together for random people in Israel, for random soldiers, for Golani 12, Chrome making a song for them, for making a fucking theme song for them. Like we have done so many amazing things. But that psychology behind the ceasefire was really hard to intake that it was happening. But again, it's mesmerizing. Like when you see them coming home and connecting with their families, this like weight is lifted off your chest. You're like, oh, mishpacha shlanu, like it's our family and they're home again. Like, oh, it's such a relief. There's so much burden that comes with it, but there's so much relief that's just like, oh, God bless.
We better keep hold of this good feelings, because when we get to the point where that we will start to seeing them releasing the fallen hostages, then it will be a greatest sorrow that we will ever hear and ever see. It will be it.
Correct.
It's a roller coaster of emotions, and
Absolutely.
then it's going to be the plummet.
Absolutely. It's a roller coaster. It is literally the most complex things I've ever felt as an adult. Like, this whole situation. It is so complex, the feelings behind it. Wow, I could write a book. I really could write a book. And again, I'm 1 degree removed. I can only imagine the people. I mean, I know because I speak to them all the time, but can only imagine the people who are literally facing it head on.
I know people who studied with me in university that were either kidnapped or murdered at that day.
Crazy.
It's crazy how you can't go in Israeli society without what happened that day touches you somewhere or another. Somebody knows something, or you knew somebody. It's insane.
Yeah. All right, Dorian. Well, I appreciate you calling in, brother. I'm gonna take another caller. Thanks, man. Have a great day.
Sure thing. Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Jacoby, you're with us now. Jacoby?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, bro. How you doing?
Doing good.
What's on your mind today?
I just joined this channel and it put me up here with the speakers, but what's the topic?
Oh. Well, we were talking about northern Gaza on the stream, and then we were talking a little bit about racial politics in the Middle East. Are you new to the channel?
I'm new to the server.
Okay.
Friends here with RBWR.
Okay, cool. Maybe hang around a little bit. I'll take some callers who have something you want to say. If you think of anything you want to say, just raise your hand again. I'll bring you up.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, bro. Thanks. Nisin, are you here?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, brother.
Nice. Good to speak with you again. It's the second time. I one time was on your show and asked you about Yishai Fleischer and Judea Samaria.
Oh, nice. Love Yishai.
I had a question, though, because I'm honestly, I really don't know.
Okay.
Because as far as I can tell, after the 6-day war, Israel conquered the Judea and Samaria, right?
Yes. From Jordan.
So at what point did it become the West Bank and not Israel, supposedly? How is the narrative? Where does the narrative come from?
Well, I mean, there's been multiple peace deals. Like originally in the first couple plans that were set up before the establishment of the creation of Israel, most of the West Bank, most of Judea and Samaria was not considered to be part of the original plan in Israel. There were different drafts that were drafted up, but I believe that the peace deal that was made in 1967, when they tried to make peace with the Palestinian Authority, those were the borders that Israel was potentially willing to give up. It's not perfect, or what it was, but potentially willing to give up to create a Palestinian state in exchange for peace. So that's how you end up getting this coined term of the West Bank. I actually learned this week in my Arabic class that the West Bank is not even called the West Bank in Arabic, because nobody calls it. No, they don't call the West Bank anywhere else in the Arab world. They just call it the bank, not the bank like a physical bank that you go to. They call it a bank as if a bank of a river. So it really is just a term that's coined to remove Jewish presence from the land.
I see. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
You got it, bro.
All right. We love you long time.
Love you a long time, man. Thanks for calling in. What a king. Yocheved! Jess is coming to Israel soon. Jess?
Yo, I'm here.
Mazal tov, v'sima tov, mazal tov.
מה קורה?
Is it next time we speak? Next time we speak to you, you're already going to be in Israel?
I'm gonna be. When is your next live stream?
Maybe
Wednesdays?
in a week from now. Yeah.
I'm gonna be there on Thursday, so I'll miss it by a day.
Dang.
But I'll be on the plane, so I don't know if I'll be able to join. So
All right.
no,
Well.
actually, LL has Wi-Fi, I think. But yeah, I will be there in a week. Ready to white colonize all over the place and stuff.
Jess is coming to colonize.
I'm coming. I am the colonizer.
She is the colonizer.
So I just wanted to speak on what you and Dorian were saying before, because I was actually just talking about it with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
The hostage release. That's something that I might possibly be in the country for, and that's something that's very conflicting because at the same one time, on one end of it, it's very good news, and I'm glad to hear that. But it's going to be very strange to be there with all the emotion. Not strange, but you know what I mean. Like it's just going to be. I don't know how I feel about it. Like I'm going to be really happy about it, but then I'm also going to be like I'm here in the country with everyone waiting for the rest to come home.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hope that I'm going to be there, and I hope that it's going to continue. But like I just said, I'm just like it's just very conflicting because, like you said, it's just on one hand I'm really happy about it, and on the other hand I'm just like waiting for another ball to drop. So I don't know how you feel about it. Like if you're still having hope, or you're just like in the back of your mind, it's still like watching over your shoulder type of deal. You know what I mean?
Look, you're definitely 1,000% going to be here for it. Like, there's going to be hostages relief during the duration of your stay here. How long are you coming for again? A month?
I'm going to be there for almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So you'll be here for multiple hostage releases. I would really recommend you when you're here to also visit the hostage square in Tel Aviv, especially during one of these heightened days when either the hostages are being released, to go experience what one echelon of Israeli society is going through in the major city, kind of different than the rest of the country in emotions compared to other parts of the country, specifically on the Gaza envelope and then in the north. I like I said, it's impossible, and I've taken this stance since the hostage release deal was on the table. It was the first video I made about it. I literally could not come to a choice of whether it was good or bad. Maybe that's why I'll never make it in politics, and I shouldn't. I don't want to be a politician, but this is it's an impossible decision. I have an impossible time coming up with a definitive this is good or this is bad. There is so much bad that comes from this. There's also an insane amount of good that comes from this. So
of course. I mean,
it's
like
impossible.
You said, those women are badasses.
They're the best.
It is very impossible.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's we're waiting for them to come home. That's going to be amazing. But then we're just waiting for the other side to not cooperate. I mean, so far so good, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's really conflicting. But you said, have you been at the hostage square for that? You said you've actually gone there.
No, I usually I don't think I'll go during a release, but I've been quite a few times in the last year, and I just went recently to support a friend whose cousin is hostage.
Well,
yeah.
Would you want to join me? Maybe going to the hostage release?
Yeah,
that would be kind of cool.
Let's see. You and I are going to hang out for sure with Lola. We'll do a little meetup on Discord, and for those of you guys who are in Israel, maybe we'll publicize it. We wanted to do it a couple months ago, but I was busy moving apartments. I've got a little bit more free time now. Not a lot, but a little bit. But we'll try to set up maybe a little Israel Discord meetup. Yeah, so if anybody's interested, keep your ears peeled. All right, Jess, best of luck to you on your trip to Israel. We're excited for you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Love you, Tal.
See ya. Clat, Matt? Oh, is this Fuck Clat? Fuck Clat, are you back? Is your mic working now?
No, it's not me. It's the new guy.
It's a new guy?
Yeah, it's a new guy.
You're not Fuck Clat?
No, I'm Fuck Your Mom.
Ah, there it is.
I fuck your mom.
I fuck your mom.
Okay, so...
1 sec.
No,
let me turn up your volume real
dick.
quick. I can't hear you. Let me turn up your volume a little bit. Can you talk?
Your dick is too small. You don't even have a dick. You're important.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, so I got a few questions with you. I wanted to hear your opinion.
Okay, where are you from? What's your accent? I can't put my finger on it.
I'm from Egypt.
No, that's not an Egyptian accent. But okay,
from...
it's okay. You pussies are usually too afraid to say where you're actually from. It's all good. Whatever you want. You're from Palestine. Okay, go. What do you want to ask?
You call me a pussy.
No, you're good. You're a very strong, powerful man. Go. What do you want to ask?
Yeah, because I fuck your mom.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to ask?
I thought. What's your opinion on Israel's permanent occupation of?
Did you chat GPT the question? Are you literally too illiterate? You had to chat GPT the question. I could tell you were reading it.
No, I'm not reading it. I have a degree. You don't even have a degree. You are the one uneducated.
Okay, so Mr. Degree, what is your question?
What is your opinion of Israel's occupation?
All right, you're a fucking idiot. Ask the question. What is your question?
Oh man, mean, I knew Israelis were dumb, but you are more dumb.
I knew Israelis were dumb, but bonjour foufoune de singe, de merde de pouton. Pouton de merde.
Black.
Okay.
You're black.
Can we try again?
You look like black.
Let's try one more time. We'll give you one more opportunity to ask your question. What do you want to ask?
What is your opinion of Israel's occupation of Syria's territory, Golan Heights and Mount Hermon?
I think it's ours.
How? On what basis can you say that?
We conquered it in the 67 war.
Mount Hermon, you didn't conquer it. It was a buffer zone.
Are you talking about the new piece of the Hermon that we just conquered recently? Yes. Or are you talking about the whole of the Golan Heights?
Okay, firstly, what do you mean by conquered? In what century are we?
We fought a war in 1967 and we conquered the Golan Heights from the Syrians who tried to attack us.
Are we in the period of Nazi Germany? No. We are in 2024. What country occupies other countries' land? This does not happen anymore.
Are you fucking with me right now?
Because
wait. What about? Hold on. What about Syria, Iraq, Turkey, Iran occupying Kurdish land? They're occupying Kurdish land.
Kurdistan never existed.
So neither did Palestine. And you know what, buddy? Neither did Syria. It was Assyria, an empire. It wasn't Syria. Syria is a nation made up of random ethnicities thrown together. What about the Alawites? Syria is currently occupying Alawite land.
Justifying stealing that land.
No, what I'm saying is they attacked us. We fought a war. We won the land. Shouldn't you understand this as a powerful man? If we attacked the Palestinians right now and we lost and they conquered the land, would you be advocating for them to give us back land? Fucking idiot. The fuck off my show, you schlub. I got to call back again when you have a less stupid question. Fucking idiot. Trying to talk to me about if all the things that you could have come on here to ask, that's the question. Why are we occupying the Syrian Golan Heights? Because those fuckheads attacked us and we kicked their ass and we took it. And it's ours now. Unapologetically. As we should. And that's just how it works in the world. You should understand that. Mr. Tim, you're on with me. Timmy!
Timmer. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. I just wanted to say that he's a really proud Palestinian.
Yeah.
I think he's doing an amazing job of freeing Palestine and saving the people of Gaza. We can all be so proud of him.
Round of applause, everybody. Gets claps in the chat. You know what? Let's bring him up one more time. Let's let him speak his mind real quick.
Amazing.
Let's bring him on one more time. Hey, buddy, what did you want to say?
Okay.
Yeah, what else? Uh-huh. Really? That's how you feel about it? No way. Are you serious? Wait, are you for real?
For real?
Damn, I wouldn't believe it. Damn.
This motherfucker's still talking and he's muted. This is the only thing that you need.
I think actually he's a good point.
He made a really good point right now, actually. Yes, you're right. You're right. This is, I just want you guys... Yeah, Tim?
I think in 1748 and then 1620, when the Jewish people attacked Gaza and killed 10,000 Palestinians, I think the Palestinians were right.
Yeah.
I think they were right. They had a right to the...
YAG0903. Here's what I'll tell you. I'm going to set you up on a free consultation call with our boy Tim here. He's head engineering at Clatcoin Industries. He'll get you on the right investment plan, and you guys can make some magic together. Tim, thanks for calling in. Please go take care of him, all right? Get him on a free consultation, okay?
Mashallah.
Hey, brother, give him the 60% plan, okay? All right? We want to make some commission off this bitch. All right?
Yeah. And we also have to invest in free Palestine coin.
We
have to save the people. It's our duty.
It's our duty. All right. It's our duty. All right. Love you, Tim. Thanks.
Inshallah.
I love this. I love this community. Ari, you're with us. I love you guys so much. This the best community on YouTube by a large margin. Large margin.
I agree. How you doing, Sal?
Doing fantastic. Mashallah. Alhamdulillah.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Anyway, before I get racist, yeah, I mean, I love when these guys come up here and really just put the whole jester outfit on and act an idiot and show how stupid the enemy is. You guys can't articulate. You guys come up on here and you don't think through your questions. You don't think through what you're going to say. You just think of an insult. This should be because the other guy was saying that we don't think.
Yeah.
That we have propaganda. We're brainwashed or something. This would be the opportunity to change someone's mind.
Correct.
Come here and make a good point. No one does it. You have no points.
As I've established in the last year on multiple occasions, it just really seems like I'm not well versed in the biology of the brain, but there's something there. The synapses and the neurons, they're not firing correctly. And I'm not saying this now. I'm not trying to be like a nerd about this or an asshole. I'm being serious. There has to be some sort of group of people that fall for this stuff and are just literally too dumb to function to be able to, say what they want to say. Yeah. They can't really elaborate. They can't really explain. They can't really convince you. All their whole shtick is your mom. Free Palestine. Oh, he was setting a French accent. Free Palestine, your mom. Putain de merde, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck your mom. It's not.
Sad. And he's coming out as a Frenchman in the chat, by the way.
Is he a Frenchman?
As if we didn't know.
Okay, well let's bring him on one more time. Let's see if he.
Sure.
Yeah, bring him on. Hello.
Bonjour, sale fils de pute, ça va?
Ah, putain de merde. On est rank?
Croissant.
Croissant?
Tu ne parles pas le français bien, sale fils de pute.
Ah, cascade des foufons. Here, maybe you can say your message, say your propaganda in French. Whatever you want to say it in French. Go.
Okay.
Omelette du fromage.
Wow. He's making some really good points right now, actually. I think I kind of agree with him.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I never looked at it like that, actually.
I honestly, Ari, I never looked at it that way. He makes it. Wow.
I agree.
Joe, get in here, Joe.
Yo, he just freed Palestine.
This, he really makes a good point. No, Joe?
You know
Profound.
What? Guys, you know what? Ashadu?
Ashadu?
I'm gonna actually put that onto a piece of paper and I'm going to publish that because it seems like it's the eternal gospel.
This is absolutely incredible. This is very mind-bending. I feel like I am a changed person, really. Wow. Okay, I think we'll keep him on here for the remainder of the show. Maybe he'll contribute occasionally. Ari, what else is on your mind, brother?
Man, just the topic about, you were talking a lot about Israel being the crossroads and how people shouldn't look at anyone from the region as one group, and that's speaking really loud. People don't look at it like that very often. I think that's more of a Western thing.
Correct.
Not so much from like the perspective of people that are actually there. But yeah, people always look at it as a one color thing, and that colors it as this us versus them, light versus dark, kind of thing. So black people get into it, and white people get into it with their white guilt in America, and it becomes something that it's not. So yeah, that was a really good point.
Thanks, man. I try, it's not an original thought. And a good friend of mine, Rudy Rockman, who, he does a lot of work on this stuff. I know not everybody agrees with his messaging, but he's done a lot of work specifically in normalizing the African Jewish, African Israelite diaspora into mainstream Jewish groups. I do believe in a heavy element of it. I'm not going to say I believe in all of it, but I find it impossible to imagine that people have such a hard time digesting the fact that there could be a Jew from Ukraine, but also a Jew in Tanzania. Right. The distance is almost the same, It's not so hard to imagine that Jews would have made it to these areas too. And if they
went everywhere.
They went everywhere, correct. And if we're going to do it based on the color of skin, then that's just racism, and we're better than that. And now I'll never give Israelis a free pass. We can be extremely racist in Israel. God knows a lot of my family is. Sure. These people come and carry a lot of colonization on their backs from the different countries in the diaspora they came from. That doesn't make it right. We should strive for better. And what I love about Israel and the younger society here, people like Lola, for example, you have interaction with on my server. I know that she would never look at somebody's color skin, not once, ever, when it comes to having an argument. It's same as me. Like, who gives a fuck about your color skin? And there's so many Israelis our age that are the same way because we were raised around Ethiopians and Mizrachis and Ashkenazis, and we all mix and blend and fuck each other and have kids, and it's amazing. You know, it's not. There's no like. We don't care. The color skin.
One big party.
It's one big orgy. Gefilter.
It should be looked at as a pathway to an actual post-race society, but everyone's so caught up in these race wars that they don't know how to end it.
But we're getting there. You know, Ari, I have a lot of hope. We are getting there. I have a lot of hope in the Jewish people.
With the demographic the way it is, how people can't understand that the majority of Jews that are in Israel are of a darker shade. I mean, just look at the geographic location of the different place that the Jews out of the diaspora after the late 1400s. It was a lot easier to get to the northern tip of Africa, the Balkans, the all the Arabic, all the Muslim nations. So it's like, how can people understand that there are a majority of Jews coming from those areas, and there's also Jews coming from like the northern tip of Europe, like the Russia, the Lithuania, and the Ashkenazi area. It's like how people can't make that distinction is so fucking stupid. I can't even begin to explain it. It's unfathomable. Like, where's the disconnect in the world here? I mean, I don't know if maybe it's our fault that we have too many pale-faced white Jews. I hate to use the word white, but paler-faced Jews, because our ancestors were raped by real white colonizers.
Right.
Rather people like you or Abraham Hamra or Lilac, that are standing out in the forefront where people can say, oh, okay, I guess all Jews are not white.
Joe, actually, I've always wanted to ask you. I never asked you, Joe. Are your family Ashkenazi?
Ashkenazi and Sephardic.
So look at Joe. Joe is like, and you live in New York. Like, Joe is the quintessential white colonizer Jew according to the pro-Palestine perspective, and Joe looks brown as fuck. Joe looks brown as fuck. And you would, and just by looking at him, you'd have no idea that look how Middle Eastern Joe looks. Are you fucking kidding me? That guy looks like.
If I grow out my beard and I shave my head and I do this, like, I mean, I look like. I mean, you might as well just put me on the terror watch list.
Because, bro, you look like you look like straight up mujahideen. Nothing more and nothing less. Me too, by the way. I just look like I look like the Pakistani division.
All will fall into the river.
I look like the Pakistani division. You look like the Syrian division. But we definitely both look like mujahideen.
I hate when people say, "Oh, like you're white," and I don't want to go through like my family lineage back. That's well. Listen, actually, you can trace my lineage back to Iraq as well as Hungary, Lithuania, Kiev, and Poland, and all the Ashkenazi places. But to just discount it as okay, yeah, I'm just white. And that's it. It's like, wait until I have, like, if I'm in the sun, oh, I'm dark as fuck. And if I grow out like my beard, I mean, a lot of people, my beard just does not grow correctly at all. I don't know. That's just a fact of my life. But when I'm in the sun, like I look like I am like straight Levantine. Like you could place me in any one of the Middle Eastern countries, and I would. Put a fucking a keffiyeh on and I would pass as one of them.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want to, but I would.
Absolutely.
But are you meeting up with Abraham and all of them while they're in town?
I haven't really been invited to the circles, but Abraham and I are coordinating. I definitely want to see him when he's here. But yeah, it's
okay, good.
There's me and Barak talk about it. There's like an interesting thing with the Jewish
listen. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
There's a reason why. I don't know why I'm not here right now, but that's exactly. But it's on the same page though. But
we all feel it too, And every time one of these trips happen, people message me like, "Hey, you going? You doing this?" Like everybody wants to know, and I'm like, "Listen, I didn't get an invite."
It's like, well, I'm gonna crash the party. It's like, all right, and it goes exactly to that post that you put up. It's like too many galas, too many things, too many. I mean, it played right into it. So,
I want to make it clear
excellent
too.
job.
Most of the creators on that trip I know personally at this point, and I love them. They're great people, and they're doing a lot of great work for Israel. I just think like we sometimes most of the times we miss the mark on what's needed when it comes to creating Jewish propaganda, quote unquote, or Israel propaganda, and it's a little disappointing to see us just keep doing the same shit over and over again. That being said, for a few of them that are
doing the same shit over and over and expecting different results. I do like that they all went to the crossing where they saw, all the aid trucks. But at the same time, it's like we're all still just talking to each other in the same echo chamber. It needs to be amplified outside of it. And the only way to do that is pay the right people.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
I agree.
Like it's a fact of life. Like, I mean, it's literally, if you look at it like the music business, which I know a little bit about, there's a new song that comes out every 7 seconds. So if you're a new artist, how are you going to stand out from the crowd? And that's basically what we're faced with propaganda videos that are against us at about 1,000 to 1. So how are we going to stand out in the crowd and people are going to hear us? And the only way to do that, unfortunately, is to boost the post and fucking pay the man.
Yeah.
Because social media algorithms are kind of anti-Semitic right now, which is crazy because Mark Zuckerberg is Jewish. So I don't. You fucking figure it out.
He's a Jew. He's a Jew on the hinges, though. Something's up with. He's been fondled with. He's been touched.
He is. But I know you got other people here. So thank you for having me on. Appreciate everything.
Thanks for calling in, Joe. Appreciate you, bro.
I sent you a collab, so if you like it, accept it.
Oh shit, I'll check it out right after this. Appreciate you calling in, Joe. Ari, thanks for calling in as well, guys. We're gonna wind down the show now. Let's just bring on Traveling Clat one more time. Let's give him one more opportunity to close out his thoughts here. Traveling Clat, you want to come back on, brother? Here you are. Hey man, is there a closing message you'd like to end us off on? Wow. Really? Honestly, I can't believe you said that. That's insightful. Unbelievable. Truly, that's profound.
What's your opinion on the
Truly, that's profound. You make some really good points. You know that?
Yeah, because I'm smart.
I appreciate you, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Call back in again. I'd love to get your thoughts again in the future. All right, man? Have a wonderful day.
You don't have answers for my question.
Masalama, brother. Masalama. Allah be with you.
You don't have
Thank you so much. I really feel like we took care of that guy. Ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while I have a show on here, a live stream that I just really enjoy doing so much, and I haven't been streaming as often. I've only been doing like once a week now because I've been so fucking busy. But I love live streaming. I love streaming for you guys. It's never gonna go away. I have so much fun with these streams. It's a community, it's all about family. And you guys are growing and the channel's growing, and I really, really appreciate you guys. I'll shout out one more time, guys. I already saw that a few people bought some merch. I want to shout out. Maol bought some merchandise, and I saw another person that bought some merch. I can't find your name, but shout out to the people who already bought merch. TravelingClat.com. These designs are going away tonight. Tonight. Last opportunity to buy. You got your lizard people, Jewish shirt. You got your combat dolphins, Hamas's worst enemy. You got your little Israeli joke that nobody really understood. And you got me, Abu Baklawa. That doesn't look like me. Right here on the show. We got a bunch of new designs coming out tonight. So get excited for it. I can't wait to release it to you guys. And I appreciate you all and love you so much. Thank you again for supporting the channel. If you can consider becoming a patron on Patreon, it's one of the best ways to support me. And if anybody wants an inside scoop of what's going on in my life, come join the Patreon, $10 a month. We're going on to have an exclusive Patreon stream right now for undesignated amount of time. That's really fun. And I'll see you guys on that one. I love you long time so much, guys. You guys are the best, truly. I had so much fun tonight. Thank you guys for making my week and making for my night. This was really, really fun stream. Love you guys. Good night. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.